We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Watkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Finds his man. It's Love. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Using his legs, it's Love. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Scanning the field, it's Carr. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying play action. Quarterback adapting. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack. Set them back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking for room. It's Durham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Love. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to get the first through the air. And his throw is incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. He's going up top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He's able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Turns it loose. It's caught. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. LSU right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Back to pass. Sends it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Handoff to the lone back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires to the right. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Off the RPO, complete. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Love. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Carr. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 fourth-down attempts already. Can they change their luck? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. this drive will come from their own 32. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Notre Dame right back to the line. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That's caught. It's Fields. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half. Lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Carr. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's locked. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They'll leave it with him. Finding open areas. He's loose. Touchdown, Irish! And that one will give them the lead.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, every everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Carr. They'll run the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. Here as he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. They get to the line quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the
defense. You got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Motion from the wide receiver. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense in press coverage. On the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. To the air, it's Carr. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking for room. It's Durham. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Quickly complete. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To throw, it's Carr. Using the quick game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here comes the offense on second down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Under fire. He's going to take off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense in the hurry up. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got a step and just dusted the field.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. LSU right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
On the direct snap, it's Love. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Fields. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away, forced the incompletion.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play.
Turning on the Jets. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got a man, it's Love. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They go to the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I got...
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking for a man. It's Carr. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I like a very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Lost to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's a good job by this defense. The two-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Caught over the middle. It's Love.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Now adjusting. Going for 6. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
And with that touchdown, you could hear a pin drop in the stadium. The home field crowd taken out of it right away. If they get the extra point, they tie it up. What a momentum-shifting touchdown by the offense.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
Timeout, LSU.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. And he takes this from inside the 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. He'll do it himself on the draw. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got his man. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. Now on 1st down from the 28. To the air on 1st down. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. First play of the first possession of OT. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snap in the shotgun. With the catch, it's Bob. Good, solid tackle.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. The quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Carr. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the big tight end on the corner route. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He is stopped short on 4th down. They'll turn it over and we'll play another overtime.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. 3rd down now, and putting anything on the board will make them a winner here in OT. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Firing toward the end zone. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
How about this offense coming out and executing so great, knowing what they needed. They were on defense first. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Come out and get the throwing touchdown. Ends the football game right now. Nice execution by the offense.
And that play right there, dude.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. There's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Flips it out to the back. It's a running room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down for this offense. Looking to throw again.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Brown.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ross. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Gets it out quickly. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the six. Get the pick six.
Grab near the sticks. It's Pena. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. The Nittany Lions get enough for the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
It's now second down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Aller. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. He's going to run it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. To the ground, he's got it again. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man, it's Aller. Quick completion on the out. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He might want another play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got an open man. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in. And you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. He's loose down the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Reynolds. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Nittany Lions get it past the sticks. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Aller. Got his man on the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass on 2nd down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally...
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here...
Wide open spaces. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. It's complete on the right side. Hard-hitting tackle. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Back to pass, it's Allard. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Snatches it on the right. Off and running. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a snap, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Singleton. Steps away to find some room. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Allard. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes the grab on the left. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Pena. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Going for the big play. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast to come away with the pick.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reynolds. Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Coming out with it, it's Wallace. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To the air, it's out. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. QB draw. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. LSU quick to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped it. 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Allard. Finds his man, it's Ross. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Ross. Still running at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that. Not easy to do.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
The Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to bull his way in. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He wants to throw it again. Takes the easy throw in the flat. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Marches ahead. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They take the lead with the 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. After that failed field goal attempts, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the ready.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. See a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Using his feet to buy time. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Makes the grab on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Direct snap. It's Singleton. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake. Needed to get rid of that football, but just couldn't turn it loose, and the defense got to it. LSU right back to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Gonna take a shot. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the snap, it's Martin. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Martin. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Direct snap, it's Martin. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
LSU, 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. fires it down the seam. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to...
He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do it better.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Rush is on him.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways. They haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. And it took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy.
Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Aller. It's in, complete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Martin. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Caught close to the marker. It's Reynolds. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Aller. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And on that play, the offense called 4 verticals. They had 4 guys running down the field trying to take a shot. Quarterback's got to get the ball out on time. One, because you're going to have to fit that football in between a safety and a DB. And obviously, 2, you got to beat the pass rush. Can't hold on to it on 4 verts.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. It's Ross. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Makes the catch. It's Reynolds. He's knocked out of bounds, and he still had a long way to go, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to the tailback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Pocket breaking down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. All today with first down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it quickly.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Martin. He'll try to do it himself. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.